Alright, welcome back. I'm going to peck away at this shovel head. I'm going to get into it in a minute, and then let's go for a ride and see if it fixes the things I'm about to talk to you about. First of all, it's been running. I can't get it to run very good. I don't know if it's the carburetor or what. I've been tuning it, not tuning it, doing all these things. I changed the jet one size up, and it just did not want to kick over unless I poured fuel into it. And I put the jet back, and now it kicks over at least when I get it tuned pretty close. And saying that, I was kind of paranoid, and I put like a little bit more oil in it because I haven't been able to see the oil filter in the tank. So I figured maybe it needs a little bit more because it didn't, I mean, it was like not that much in the tank. So I poured another like 2/3 of a quart in and started riding it again, and I think it might have sumped the hell out of the motor. Oil's coming out of everywhere, and it's kind of hard to start, and I think it's just sumping real bad. So that's where I'm at right now, so let's check it out. Okay, I got oil coming out of every port here, you know, all 4 of these, and then this thing was tacking out like crazy, and now there's just oil coming out everywhere. So I drained the oil out of this oil tank. This is actually overnight. I kind of just ran out of time. But saying that, here's the oil, and it looks really good. I don't see any flakes or nothing in there. There was like 2 in there I think I saw, but who knows where those came from. And I figured it'd be pretty shiny from new top end, but it's looking good. So I'm gonna put oil, probably like 2.5 quarts in there, and I'm gonna try to figure out if this thing will drain from the bottom end. I kind of read that there might be a little drain. If there is, I'm going to drain the bottom end of that and basically start over. So let's get into it. All right, so the last thing I was looking up is how do you drain from the bottom end, if that's a thing. And it said there's a, like a, I don't know what it is, crankcase something or other drain back here. So the bottom one is the pressure, like the steam of oil that comes out, and then there's one right on top that you can't see right here. Yeah, you can't see it, but anyways, I'm gonna try to get that off there and see if it drains. So let's do that. Hopefully it's not that much because I just got the pan down here. Let me see if anything comes out. Nothing came out of that little hole, another breather. So there's basically 2 breathers. One's plugged on the top, and on the bottom is my vent that goes into just the bottom of the motor. So if your motor's sumped, it pukes out right there. Nothing came out, so that's probably good, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna plug it back up, put some oil in it, take it outside, and go for a rip. I was using 2050, I think. It's what Sportsters use. It's pretty thin stuff. But I figured the first 50 miles of the new top end, it didn't matter. I was just gonna toss it anyways. And that stuff's pretty cheap. So this time I got 50 weight Lucas, just straight 50. So I'm gonna put 2.5 in the tank and run it that way. I think I just put way too much in here and sumped the hell out of it. So I'm gonna go on the shy side of oil. This oil bag looks big to me, so I thought it was gonna hold a lot. But yeah, I'm just gonna put 2.5 quarts in, and then let's go for a ride. Got a whole oil mess going on. Brand new pipes just smoked. Got the timing cover off. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough after that old kickstart. Story time. All right, story time. So last clips, I think, is me trying to start it, and it pretty much died or whatever. It was idling and then it ran like garbage. So I wanted to ride it as much as I could to get it hot and come back, tune it up, do all that, and go for a rip. Well, I got it in the driveway, kicked it, got it started, and it made a horrendous sound. I turned it off, put it in the garage, shelved it. So saying that, it's been a few days. I gave it a think, I did some homework, and I realized that I'm just gonna get a new carburetor. And hopefully I can start over, because this one's I've fussed with way too much. So today, I finally got it running down the road. I got a short of me running it. There's oil blowing out everywhere. If I can find the link, I'll put it up here. I'm not sure if you can put shorts up there. But anyways, I've been going through a whole thing. So I figured I'm gonna check out this whole thing. I'll put new oil in it, new filter. I didn't do the jets, I'm just leaving them for now. I checked the push rods, simple stuff, charge battery, and that's about it. So I redid the carburetor settings, put a video right here to Grease's Garage, shout out. That video is really good, and I tried to keep it simple. Well, saying that, we got it started, me and my buddy, and then he kind of helped me, babysitter, whatever, and we got it running. And it actually runs pretty good. I also went manic on it and I timed it, because I was scared that the weird sound I heard was it's just off on timing. So I timed it just to triple make sure, and it probably needs it anyways, but I static timed it, and I didn't really know how to do it before, so I'll just give you a short little, really short way to do it. But you want to get the gap 0.18 or 0.018 gap on it, and basically on the other side get the flywheel till it hits the first mark. I don't care what the mark is, hit the first one, that's advanced. And I made a mark on my flywheel so I don't have to keep opening that little hole. Then I go back over here to the points. You take the little lobe that has the round parts on it, get the pointy one, kick yourself over till that thing rolls over till it barely opens. Just leave it right there. Get yourself a timing light. You can watch all the videos on all this stuff. I'm just saying how I did it. Get yourself a timing light, stick that bad boy on there, push it over until it's on top dead center on the other side of the bike again, and the lobe won't be hitting, it'll be advanced basically. So then you want to, I use the some pliers, I guess, and rotate the lobe all the way over, and then that's when I turned the back of the case until the gap just opens or closes, and the light will go on and off. So what you want to do is go off and then twist the plate so the light goes back on, and then just as the light is off, it's got to be off, seat it, run it. And before I did all of that, I forgot I got a Pangea solid state condenser here. Let's check it out. Don't know much about it, but it's solid state, pretty cool. I got another one to put in my bag, my tool bag, and it fits better than the other one, so that's pretty cool. Shout out to them. All right, so I got timing, push rods, new oil, electrical works, all that stuff. Kicked it over, freaking tuned it up. It's not perfect. I still gotta like pull the plugs. That's a whole nother thing. I put new plugs in it. The front one's been burning real bad, and the back one seems fine, so that's kind of strange. I thought that was a push rod adjustment. I'm gonna keep running it and then see what happens. But this oil gauge kept pegging the whole time, just pegging, and it was seeping oil out. I thought I overflowed it because it looked like it needed oil, so I put like a half a quart in the tank a couple weeks ago, and then it just started going. So today I went down that rabbit hole. It was pouring bad, as you can see. Actually, it wasn't pouring that bad. It was pouring half this bad. Well, I went down the rabbit hole of trying to figure out what freaking ports on the oil tank or what, because it's aftermarket Paco oil tank and I can't find the routing for it. Turns out I got the vent and the return backwards. So after I figured that out, I idled it for a while, had it idle for a long time. And then I went up and down the street, did a loop, about 25 minutes, barely in second gear, not hammering on it, just rolling through it, keeping it easy. The oil pressure gauge is normal. When it's at an idle, it's like 10, 12 or whatever it's bouncing. I'm not getting too technical. It's just kind of to see what's going on. And then once I roll in the throttle, it's like a normal pressure, 60 and below. Thank God, because it's just been pegged. And I can tell that motor's unhappy. But the whole time, check that short out, oil's just pouring out of the push rods. All over the pipes, just everywhere. I mean, it's just dumping. Maybe I'll put a video in right here. Now that it's sitting here, ran it, I think what I'm doing by running it is it's keeping the oil at whatever level it is in the bottom of the case, keeping it, pumping it out. Sorry for the arm waving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit overnight with the bike straight up and down. Hopefully it'll vent itself. The oil will go back into, I don't know, wherever it's got to go, and just not in the bottom of the crankcase. And hopefully that'll fix it. Woo! But it runs, it rides. It's just all this little stuff I gotta fix. All right, so that's what I've been doing all weekend. Like, subscribe. If you've ever had this problem, let me know what you did. And freaking shovelheads, dude.